Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty. And tonight we're going to be doing our second story time. And tonight we're going to be reading Lucy Mouse Keeps a Secret by Jane Pilgrim. This is one of my boys' favorite stories when they were little. They have a lot of favorite stories because we love to read every night. So let's get started. Lucy Mouse had always lived at Blackberry Farm, and she was born in the corner of the old stable and lived there with her mother and father and two little sisters and three little brothers. She was a quiet, kind brown mouse and was always ready to help anyone. Mrs. Nibble, who lived with her family in a little house in the bank of the field below Blackberry Farm, was a great friend of Lucy Mouse, and Lucy often went down to see her and to help her with her three bunnies, Rosie, Posy, and Christopher. One day when Lucy was crossing the yard on her way to see Mrs. Nibble, she saw a strange brown mouse sitting on a stone by the gate. He smiled politely at her as she went past. The next day he was there again, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Each time he just smiled at Lucy, but on the ninth day he jumped off his stone and he walked beside her into the fields. Now Joe Robin had been watching all this, and he flew over to see Mrs. Nibble. "Who is the strange brown mouse whom Lucy is meeting?" he asked her. "I haven't seen him at Blackberry Farm before." But Mrs. Nibble did not know. "I'll ask Lucy next time she comes to see me," she said. But Lucy did not go to see Mrs. Nibble again because she was too busy walking in the field with the strange brown mouse. One day, Emily the goat found Lucy busy in the corner of the stable. She had a brush and a dustpan and was sweeping it very clean. "Why are you doing that, Lucy?" Emily asked. But Lucy just smiled and she went on sweeping. Then Walter Duck met her carrying some corn out of the barn. "What are you going to do with that, Lucy?" he asked. But Lucy just smiled and hurried over to Emily's stable. And then Lucy's mother and father began to wonder what Lucy was doing. "She used to be such a good help to me," said old Mrs. Mouse. "But now she's too busy to think about us, and when I ask her what she is doing, she just smiles." "I think she must have a secret," said old Mr. Mouse. And all of Blackberry Farm began to talk about Lucy's secret. But Lucy Mouse just went on smiling and being busy and going for walks with the strange brown mouse. And then one sunny morning there was a knock on Mrs. Nibble's door, and when she opened it she saw Lucy and the strange brown mouse standing together on her doorstep. "I want you to meet my friend Marcus," Lucy said. "He lives down the lane at Oak Apple Cottage, and I hope he will soon live here at Blackberry Farm." Mrs. Nibble shook hands with Marcus and said she was very glad to meet him. The next day Lucy took Marcus to see her family. Marcus had a long talk with old Mr. Mouse, and all of Lucy's brothers and sisters peeped out at him from under the straw in the stable until old Mrs. Mouse shooed them away. By now, all the animals at the farm were very excited. "Tell us your secret, Lucy," they cried as she walked toward the field with the strange brown mouse. But she just smiled and she went on walking. But Marcus the strange brown mouse stopped. "I'll tell you Lucy's secret," he said. "She's going to marry me, and we are going to live at the corner of Emily's stable, and I am a very proud and happy mouse." Then all the animals shouted for joy because they loved Lucy the mouse, and they were glad to see her so happy. "Three cheers for Lucy and Marcus," called Joe Robin, "and may they live happily ever afterward at Blackberry Farm." And Lucy and Marcus smiled and waved, and everybody was happy with them. The end. So Lucy and Marcus got married, and that was the secret, huh? Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this book, Lucy Mouse Keeps a Secret. And until next story time, I will see you tomorrow, probably with a cooking video or something like that. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.